Hey, what's up? Week 7. Uh, week 7 video. Alright, starting off with Jamie versus Kessler. I guess I'll just do Jamie. Alright, you got Matt Ryan versus Tennessee. I like that matchup a lot.
Definitely a good matchup.
Sean McCoy. He is going against Jacksonville. I don't think he's going to be 100% playing. So.
He played. He played.
Oh, he actually
He,
played.
he got the majority. Yeah, he got the majority of the touches
didn't pay
last
attention.
week.
I thought he didn't play.
I mean, going against Jacksonville, it's gonna be a really good matchup. I think he should play well.
Okay.
Although it is in London, so maybe
That
if
don't
the
really
jet
matter.
lag might.
That don't matter. Okay, well then I didn't know you even played, so that should be a good game or a good play for him. Marshawn Lynch for San Francisco tonight. I think that'll be a good game or a good matchup for him. Odell. I really like Odell. He gets a lot of targets and he's fast, so he'll get yards after the carry. So him going against not really a top-notch Dallas defense should be good. John Brown versus Baltimore. I like that matchup. John Brown's hot right now. He had a big game last week. Zach Ertz. I don't think he's going to do anything.
Yeah, he won't do much.
He is inconsistent with that passing attack. I don't think Sam Bradford is going to be.
And there's too many options in Philly right now. So
I don't like that offense at all. I don't think Sam Bradford will be in the league after maybe next year. Keenan Allen.
excellent.
He's had a great.
Philip Rivers' go-to target, other than Antonio Gates.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And he's also, even though we don't have a PPR, but he's getting a lot of receptions, a lot of targets. So even that's going to bring in points. So I like him against, was it Oakland?
Oakland's defense is not that good.
No. And then Pittsburgh versus Kansas City. Pittsburgh, I think.
They should have a good game this week. I mean, KC without Jamal is basically they're imploding right now. So
yeah. So yeah, Kansas City is not as good as we all thought they were. So Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh could do well in this. Either Big Ben plays or Landry Jones. So I like that matchup there. And Santos, the Kansas City kicker. I mean,
doing kickers.
Oh yeah, we don't do kickers, but all right. Well, yeah, just looking at that, that is Jamie's team.
All right, Kess. All right, Eli Manning. Last week he had a very bad game. I mean, going against Dallas, he has a very favorable matchup, but it just depends what Eli wants to show up this week. So, solid. AP, going against Detroit
Should do good.
should do pretty well. Forsett against Arizona, I really don't like this matchup. Baltimore is just not very good. Arizona's D is pretty damn good, especially at Arizona. So I see him getting stuff this week. Kendall Wright.
I think he's hit or miss.
Uh,
Mariota's, I don't think he's.
I understand both your best wideouts have buys this week,
Oh,
Alshon and Randall
is?
Cobb.
Okay.
I just don't see him doing that well. Tennessee's just not that good, and I think Mariota might be out. I'm not sure on that.
I don't think so.
So it just depends. Even with this questionable health and Tennessee just not being a good team, I just don't see him doing too well. Crabtree could do pretty well.
I think that's a good play.
San Diego's defense is pretty bad, especially against the pass. Oakland's offense actually has been surprisingly at least middle of the pack, so I think he could do pretty well. Gary Barnidge is going against STL, St. Louis. It's probably gonna be pretty tough. They're one of the best defenses in the league, but he has been on quite a tear lately, so hit or miss here. Ahmad Bradshaw.
I don't think he's gonna do good.
No,
He's still new to the
anything.
offense and stuff.
He's not gonna do anything.
Maybe I can see a red zone carry because he's got that power. That's maybe a touchdown due to the red zone. That's all I see there.
I mean, if I were you, I'd rather put in Tevin Coleman, to be honest.
I wouldn't do that.
But over Ahmad Bradshaw,
Is that? Oh, is that fine?
I think Tevin would be.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't like it. Washington's D.
I think they can do well versus Tampa.
They could do well against Tampa, although if Doug Martin still keeps going off, I mean, he's been on like 2 or 3 games of just scoring massive points. It all depends. I'd say they're okay. They're an okay play for this week.
Well, the computer picks Jamie by at least 7 points.
By 7 points, exactly.
I'm going to pick Jamie here just by the better matchups and players. And due to the unfortunate of Cass's players on buys, I think Jamie's going to win this matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jamie has far better matchups. He's just got more of his better players playing this week. I can't understand like 3 of your best players or better players are on bye. If they weren't on bye, I'd say you probably win this week, but I'm gonna have to go with Jamie.
All right. Well, so Jamie wins that one. Moving on, Austin versus MTB. I'll do Austin's team. Carson versus Baltimore.
It's a good matchup.
I think it's a good
It's a
matchup.
very good matchup.
Mark Ingram versus Indianapolis. Another good matchup.
Christine Michael.
What team is he on?
He's on Dallas.
I don't know anything about him, but the Giants' defense is good at stopping the run. So I don't
think he's starting. I mean, Joseph Randall's still the starter in Dallas.
Maybe he's gonna take those red zone carries.
He might get like Lance Dunbar's.
Is he out?
Yeah, Lance Dunbar's on IR. He might get like those touches, but still, I think. Well, you got Gio Bernard and Jeremy Hill on bye, so maybe I can understand that.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So,
well, I guess we'll see about that bye. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Allen Hurns, I think that's a good matchup. Blake Bortles is spreading the ball around pretty well and effectively.
Yeah.
So I could see maybe him or Allen. What's the other guy's name?
Allen Robinson.
Robinson.
Because Allen Robinson takes all the heavy coverage, so Allen Hurns at least scores. He's been scoring a touchdown at least.
So yeah, I like him in this play because he can get a touchdown plus probably a bunch of yards here. Jarvis Landry in Houston. I like that matchup. I think Miami, as bad as they are this year, they'll bounce back versus Houston. So I expect a good game out of him. Amir Abdullah, I don't think he's going to do anything, to be honest, versus Minnesota.
He's been having a lot of
fumbles,
ball control issues, so he might not even play that much.
I don't like him here as good as he might be in the future here. Antonio Gates versus Oakland. Since he's come back, he's been real hot. Got some touchdowns. He's just getting a lot of receptions, especially last week.
He's Rivers' safety blanket. So.
And he's going against Oakland, so I can see a good game out of Gates and continue on here with his success. In this video, it's Thursday. You have Cincinnati in, and they have a bye, so I'm assuming I guess you'll change that. So that's Austin's team.
All right, Mitch. Blake Bortles. Surprisingly, Jacksonville's offense has been, at least passing offense, has been pretty decent this year.
I think it's a good play. That's a good play for Bortles.
I mean, got Allen Robinson, Julius Thomas, Allen Hurns. I mean,
he better hope he passes to Robinson.
They've been doing pretty well, and Buffalo has been kind of having some internal issues with defense. Going into London, it may even exacerbate the problem. So, I like Blake Bortles this week. Is that Lamar Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar Miller. The Dolphins seem. I mean, I know they played the Titans last week, but ever since this coaching change, I think they have a new identity, and I think they're going to start running the ball a lot more.
Has it been one game?
It's only been one game so far. They
changed their identity
fired
in one game.
Well, I mean, they've basically been getting blown out by everyone until now. They did the blowing out.
Who did they play last week?
Titans. They're running the ball a lot more now. I think so. I think Lamar Miller is
in one game.
I think Lamar Miller is pretty good this week. Latavius Murray against San Diego, good. San Diego sucks on defense.
I don't think he'll have a good game.
I think he's gonna have a good game. I say Latavius, right?
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson, should play well. Minnesota's defense is not bad, but it's not great. I say good. Jeremy Maclin.
I think he's gonna get shut down.
Yeah, I think so too.
The offense is.
I don't like KC anymore. Yeah, with Jamal out, they really don't have much of a running threat, so I don't like him. Eric Ebron.
I'd say that.
I thought he was hurt, but I mean, if he does play, I mean, I guess he could get some points. I don't really like him though, especially this week. Amari Cooper, good. Going against San Diego again. St. Louis defense, good. One of the best, especially going against Cleveland. The computer has Mitch winning by a pretty decent margin, 99-82.
I'm picking Mitch. I think Mitch's chance. Well, yeah.
I think it's gonna be a lot closer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot closer than this is telling us here. This will be probably one game to look at this week and pay attention to. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a good game.
I want to pick Mitch, but
a lot of these players for both teams have good matchups, so it's not gonna just be like a star player standpoint.
I feel like Austin could steal a win here. I think I'm gonna go with Austin this week.
So you're gonna pick against Mitch the second week in a row.
I am.
Wow.
And Mitch will probably prove me wrong again, but I feel like Austin might steal a win here.
Oh, man, I don't know. Who?
I mean, it's gonna. Because I don't like Macklin. I don't like Ebron. Blake Bortles could have a bad game. Buffalo's D is good in theory.
Man, it's gonna be a good game. I mean,
You know what? I switched my answer. I'm going Mitch. After further review, I'm going Mitch.
This is really hard to choose, to be honest.
I think it's going to be a closer game than with the computer.
I don't think I can choose this one. This is the first time I'm not going to choose. So I'm going to. Can I not choose? I don't know.
No, you got to pick.
I don't really know who to pick. Dude. This is going to be a good game.
I
don't want to.
I switched to Mitch.
I
switched to Mitch.
I like Austin's team too. For once,
If Gio and Jeremy Hill weren't out, I'd pick Austin. But the fact that he has Christine Michael in and Amir Abdullah, I don't like. It kind of turns me off.
All right, yeah,
So close game, but I'm gonna have Mitch.
Yeah, then we have to pick Mitch. But god damn, there's gonna be a good game. Austin's got some good matchups here that I actually like. So I mean, I'm gonna go Mitch. I'll actually pick Mitch, but I could see Mitch losing this game. Okay, we're gonna go on. Kyle versus Pagan. I'll talk about gay Kyle. Kyle got Tannehill versus Houston. Like I said earlier, I think Miami will start bouncing back and be different.
Favorable matchup against Houston.
Le'Veon Bell versus Kansas City. Kansas City, their front line is good. So I mean, I can see him being stopped. But I think he's gonna have a very good game. Yeah, I think he'll have a good game. But I mean, like I don't know what's going on in Kansas City. Why they're not playing up to expectations. Who's this guy running back?
Sharkandrick. That's how you pronounce his name. I'm not sure. Sharkandrick West out of KC. He's basically. I mean, it's basically. I think it's like a 60-40 committee for him.
Well, what Niall Davis?
Niall Davis gets like 40% of the touches. He gets like 60%. I don't like it. They didn't prove anything last week against Minnesota, which.
Well, I think Kyle is just. Well, he could play C.J. Spiller, and he has time to do that. Or Ryan.
C.J. Spiller hasn't done much of anything. I don't think they really even use him that much, to be honest.
Well, I'd rather put him in here than that guy. That's just me.
No, I think this is the best of what Kyle can do.
Well, Mike Evans, good matchup versus Washington if Jameis can play well. Julian Edelman versus New York Jets. Julian Edelman is the man.
The Jets have a good defense, but
he's gonna get those targets, and he's just the fucking man.
Yeah, the Patriots just seem kind of unstoppable at this point. So I think he could, at worst, he'll score 8 points. At worst,
he's gonna get 10. I think that at worst it'll be 10. Julian Edelman will get 10 or more.
Well, I think he's gonna have. He's gonna have Revis Island on him. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
but the Tom Brady, I think he's gonna get.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I think they're playing against one of the better defenses they faced. So, still gonna have a good game, but I don't think he's gonna blow the door off of anything. Travis
Kelce hasn't done anything since week 1. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to say he did good versus Pittsburgh, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, he can do good, but I don't think it's gonna happen just the way the offense has been. Joseph Randle, I like. Actually, no, I don't like him versus the Giants. Giants defense.
I don't know what you're talking about. That run defense. Every running back that the Giants have gone against has done well against them. DeMarco Murray had a very good game last week. Carlos Hyde was one of his only 2 good games. Was against the Giants. So I like anyone who's running against the Giants, and especially with the Dallas O line. I like Joseph Randle.
I don't think he'll have a good game this week. I think they're going to have to resort to passing the ball. And I just don't think that Joseph Randle will have a good game here. Carolina defense versus Philly. I think they're going to destroy Philly's offense and pull them inside out. I like Carolina's defense here.
Who's this Hopkins dude?
Is Hopkins kicking now?
It's a kicker. Oh. I was like...
it's Washington. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, so that's my take on Kyle's team.
All right, Pagan. Tom Brady always should have a good game. I don't think he's going to explode in this game like he usually does, but he's going to definitely score 20+. So no worries for Tom Brady. Arian Foster against Miami. If the Miami D, they have the talent. They should stop Arian Foster. I don't like Arian Foster that much this week. I don't think he's bad, but I don't think he's gonna be great. DeMarco Murray. He's finally been having a couple good games in a row.
He's not gonna do good versus Carolina. He's not gonna do good.
I think he could be average.
He's gonna have probably like 20 yards. I guarantee he'll have less than 50.
Oh, but Marshawn came back and had a pretty good game against him.
Yeah, well,
I think DeMarco Murray could. I think his ceiling's around 10 or 11 points. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, he's not gonna do that.
VJax gets Washington.
Should be good.
We'll just see. I mean, it's Tampa Bay. We'll see. Is that Malcolm Floyd? He's kind of.
He really hasn't
I mean, the Chargers, they throw the ball. They throw the ball more than anyone else, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Philip Rivers just attempted 65 passes last week. So
actually, no, I lied. Yeah, I didn't see him doing good. I thought it was the other guy.
Malcolm Floyd. It's basically goes like Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates, 1 and 2. Then kind of Danny Woodhead, but I'd say Malcolm Floyd's probably their number 2 receiver, so decent play. Julius Thomas. Blake Bortles been slinging the ball around. Think he can get it to him. Think it's a good play. Todd Gurley against Cleveland, very good.
He's been hot since he came back.
Very good. Cleveland's defense is not very good. Running backs have been doing. I mean, hell, Ronnie Hillman just ran for 100 yards against them, and God knows the Denver rushing attack hasn't been that great. So Todd Gurley should have a very good game. Seattle's D against San Fran should have a good game in theory.
They want to show up.
They should show up. I mean, San Fran's not good.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Okay, well, the computer picks Pagan.
By about 11.
Yeah. So, boy. I think this is going to be another close one. Because we got guys on buys this week and everything.
I gotta go Pagan. I think it's gonna be again like the last game. I think it's gonna be closer than what the score and the projection indicates here. But I mean, Pagan with Tom Brady. I mean, Arian Foster and DeMarco Murray both could have good games. They might not, but they could. And Todd Gurley, I think, is definitely going to have a good game. I think that kind of puts it in his favor. I mean, Kyle's got. I mean, Tannehill should have a good game. Le'Veon Bell should have a good game.
No,
But after that, other than Edelman,
I'm gonna pick Kyle. I think Kyle's gonna play it off.
I can't pick against Pagan.
Right.
I'm gonna go Pagan.
Nothing against Pig, just looking at this. All right, so computer picks Pig, Scavo picks Pig. I'll pick Gay Kyle. All right, we got Scavo versus Pat. Scavo.
Well, I'll do Pat's team.
Yeah, Scavo. You got Philip Rivers. He went berserk last week, and he didn't win the game. He's going against Oakland, and I could see him doing almost the same thing. Probably won't be the same thing because he didn't. Last week he needed the pass that much. This week I don't see him needing the pass as much. But I can see him doing well. Chris Ivory versus New England, I can see him doing very well. Danny Woodhead versus Oakland, another good matchup. Brandon Marshall versus New England. I think it'll be tougher. But Brandon Marshall's been the number 1 guy out there, and he's been doing real well. So
The Jets' offense has been surprisingly very balanced and pretty good this year.
Yeah.
So
Fitzpatrick isn't bad. He's just probably a little below average. So I mean, he knows how to play football. So I like him starting. Allen Robinson, good matchup versus Buffalo. Although Buffalo's defense, I mean, it's not what they were supposed to be. But I mean, they're not. You can't just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Allen Robinson, I could see him having a good game. But like Allen Hurns is playing too, and they've both been getting the ball. What's this guy's name?
Benjamin Watson.
Watson. I know he's a tight end in New Orleans. He's been there for a while. I could see him having a good game versus Indianapolis. I mean, he's got a lot of good matchups.
I mean, basically, he's just my fill-in for Eifert because Eifert's on a bye.
Oh, okay. And Steve Smith. I mean, since he came back, was it just last week and before?
He scored 19 points last week, and he still had basically his fracture in his back.
So I mean, since he's been playing, he's been hot, really, really hot. So I mean, Seattle, good play there. And Buffalo's defense versus Jacksonville. I don't think they're going to do well. But I mean, that's all you got. So, pretty good team this week for Skevo. Wait, hold on. You're not going to start Luck?
Oh, no.
He's going against New Orleans.
I know, but Philip Rivers is going against Oakland. I'm not going to put... I don't think I can put Andrew Luck until he brings my confidence level.
Whatever.
But anyways, Pat, if you're listening to this, Here we go. Russell Wilson against San Fran. I mean, I don't. The Seahawks don't really throw the ball that effectively.
That's all he's got.
It's
That's all he's
really
got. That's all he's got.
but yeah, that's all you got. Should be average.
He's got the best running backs this week.
Yeah.
Denard.
Please, Pat, update your roster. You have Doug Martin sitting on your bench. Please take out.
Does he really?
Please take out Denard Robinson and put Doug Martin in, please. Alfred Morris.
Glenn carries.
Yeah, I don't like Alfred Morris.
Julio.
Julio Jones should have a very good game. Golden Tate.
You would think.
I would think, but I mean, the only reason he did well last week is he got that bullshit touchdown. So, I mean, I don't think who else you got.
He still has Roddy White in.
You don't got anyone else. Yeah, you still have Roddy White in. Don't know why. Delaney Walker.
He can keep. He can keep.
Delaney Walker's all right. Although I traded you Charles Clay, I don't know why you're not using him.
Yeah, that's
because you basically just gave me Danny Woodhead for nothing, I guess. So, and then Houston's D against Miami. I don't think they're going to be that great. I think they could have a bad game.
All right, I'll just cut you short there.
Yeah.
Skevo's going to win. Pat's going to lose. Computer picks Skevo. Moving on. I can't take it anymore. It's Pat. We got, what's this say?
Timmy and
Seha. I'll do Timmy. No, I'll do.
No, I always get Seha. I'll do Timmy this week.
Okay. Well. Okay. Wait. What'd you say?
I usually get Seha, so I'm gonna get Timmy this week.
Okay. Jonathan. You have Stafford. I'd take him out if I were you. Inconsistent.
Well, the only reason he's in because Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, I forgot. A lot of buys this week apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, maybe try to find someone else if you can. Probably not. So, I mean, I don't like Stafford here, but I know you have to play him. Carlos Hyde. Don't think he's gonna do well. LeGarrette Blount versus the Jets. LeGarrette Blount's so overrated. He's not that.
But he
good.
gets all the short. I mean, the goal line.
Exactly. That's all he is. He's not.
That's how.
He's a fantasy. We'll call him a fantasy.
Really doesn't have much of a choice, regardless, because the only other options he would have is Isaiah Crowell and.
Well, I'm not talking about his team. I'm just talking about him in general. DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to put up points against Miami.
He always puts up points.
Michael Floyd. He's been fantasy irrelevant. And
yeah, but going against Baltimore, he could potentially.
I don't think he's going to get the ball.
Potentially.
I don't think he's going to get the ball. Greg Olsen, very good play versus Philly. I still don't know why Mitch gave him to. Is that Travis Benjamin, that guy in Cleveland? He gets a lot of touches, so he can do well.
I just don't like going against St. Louis.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Their defense is good. I like them a lot. St. Louis.
Atlanta's defense going against Tennessee should be a pretty safe play.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play. Atlanta's defense ain't bad, ain't too shabby. So going against Tennessee, that should be good. So, unfortunately, Seattle's got a good team this week.
Well, we'll see.
Kind of.
Timmy, Drew Brees going against Indy. Indy's defense is pretty bad. Should be a solid matchup for you. I say he scores at least 20 points. Jonathan Stewart.
Just throw him away.
Going against Philly, and Philly's not that great.
Well, you know what?
I just don't like Jonathan Stewart. He's been okay, but he's been at best like a running back too.
Oh, he's got Devontae.
Oh yeah, so I guess he is kind of a running back too. So, okay. Devontae Freeman
Keep it up.
should definitely score above 20 points this week against Tennessee. This has been 5 games in a row. He's just gone on a
tear.
Yeah, definitely great there. Antonio Brown. If Landry Jones can somehow spark the offense and start getting it to him, he should play well. But ever since Big Ben got hurt,
Brian's back in for them. It might take care.
But since Big Ben's been hurt, he hasn't done much of anything. So, not really his fault. It's just how the offense is.
And you have to play him. That's the whole thing too. Like you have to. You can't.
Eric Decker could have a good game, with Brandon Marshall taking a lot of that coverage over. He's a definite solid wide receiver too. Should have a good matchup. Gronk, best tight end.
I think Gronk could shut down this week. Get less than 10 points. I can see that.
We'll see. I like Gronk. No matter who he's playing, I like Gronk. Darren McFadden. I don't like that.
Get him out of there, Timmy. Come on. Seriously. That's annoying that you keep having.
Yeah, but he really doesn't have anyone else.
You can put anyone else in there, man.
He doesn't have anyone else.
I'd rather put Nile Davis in there.
I wouldn't.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why he's in there.
I think Darren McFadden has a better O-line, better matchup, and he gets at least some touches. So
yes, some touches. I don't think he's going to.
He gets the same. He gets the same as Niles Davis.
I'd rather put someone else than McFadden. I'm sorry.
Well, you got McFadden. So, and then Phillies D. I don't like it.
They're gonna get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I don't like
They're
it.
gonna get destroyed.
Because Carolina just came off of destroying Seattle's D. So, the computer actually picks Timmy this week by 5.
I like Timmy this week too.
Yeah, if Jonathan,
The buys are gonna kill Jonathan.
if Jonathan didn't have his 2 money makers on bye this week.
Plus, he has unfavorable matchups with his players.
Yeah, because I don't think Stafford's going to do much of anything. I don't think Carlos Hyde's going to do much of anything. I don't see LeGarrette Blount doing that much of anything.
I only like 3 people on his team right now. That's about it. So I'm going to pick Timmy.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Timmy too. I think just Jonathan's just going to get hurt by the bye this week. So I got Timmy.
Okay.
The last one I think is you and
Jacob.
Jacob.
Okay. Well, you can talk about me if you want.
All right. Grieber. Mariota currently says 0. I'm assuming. So again, I'm assuming he's hurt.
I thought he was gonna play.
So you need to pick someone up off free agency. Shane Vereen. No. I still don't know why you traded Marshawn. Should have kept Marshawn. Because you have no.
Just go on.
You have no running backs other than.
Just keep
going. Well, I'd put Yeldon in over Shane Vereen.
I gotta update this shit.
Anyways, Chris Johnson should have a good game. Ty should have a good game against New Orleans. They're bad D. Although they did just beat Atlanta, so we'll see. Larry Fitz, very good game against Baltimore. Jason Witten should have a good game. Well, Dallas has Matt Castle now, I think.
Yeah.
Starting.
I think he's gonna play.
So he could have a good game. Dion Lewis is pretty much
he's the man, but he's not the man.
Yeah, he's like kind of the workhorse. So I mean, he should have a pretty solid game. Maybe around where he's projected. And Arizona's D should do pretty well, unless again Steve Smith goes off, which he's very capable of doing.
Hazy's got Josh McCown playing versus St. Louis. I don't like him playing there. He's gonna get destroyed. I feel like Frank Gore versus New Orleans. I think Frank Gore will
be okay.
It'll be okay, but like I think he's gonna break out and have maybe I'm gonna throw it out there 120 yards. I just think he might actually blow up this week. Rashad Jennings, I don't think he's gonna do absolutely nothing.
Has he done really anything?
He's done nothing. Doug Baldwin versus San Fran. No. I don't think anything. I'm sorry.
I mean, granted, because
he is we'll call him the number one receiver.
Demarius Thomas is out on bye, so I mean, I understand, but I don't like him.
Well, he's been playing Doug Baldwin the entire time.
Yeah, but isn't his flex?
No, he's been putting him as
no. It's been him and Willie Snead, I think.
No.
Oh, whatever.
Snead, I don't know too much about him. I watched him a couple nights when he was on.
He's been okay. He hasn't been
I don't know what game it was. It was one of the primetime games, but he got a lot of targets. So I guess that's a good matchup there versus Indy, who's not very good. Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham has not been used the way Jimmy Graham should be for a tight end of his stature. Mm-hmm. So, again, just kind of like Travis Kelce, you would think, looking at this San Fran, he's going to put up 2 touchdowns, so maybe 90 yards, But he has not had good games. It's very disappointing for owners and plus probably Jimmy Graham himself. So I like the matchup. I like the play. I just don't think he's going to put up numbers, unfortunately. And that's just sad to say. Charles Sims in Tampa Bay. I don't think he's going to do well in Washington. New York Jets versus New England. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, they're going to put up numbers. I mean, that's just who they are. That's their team. They got the best quarterback. Doesn't matter who's the receivers. He's going to put them in where they need to go. Julian Edelman, Gronk.
I think the New Jersey New England game is going to be pretty close.
It will.
Mainly given
game.
To that
Defense.
The Jets have a good D, but they also have a pretty well balanced offense.
It's okay. So it's solid.
They've been putting up points.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, I like the Jets defense in this matchup. I would give more than what the computer says of 4.6 points. So I would maybe get you 6 points, maybe a fumble. So I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but I'm going to call that entire matchup a push there. Okay, looking at this, it says that Hazy will win
by 3.
Yeah, but I have to do a couple adjustments here on my team. So I mean, I think it'll be close because our teams are both shit shows. So I'm just giving myself the benefit of the doubt. I'll pick myself here.
This is gonna be a very close game.
The battle of the shits.
I really don't like you having Shane Vereen in there. But other than that,
Well, he's got Rashad Jennings. Who's
you got Rashad Jennings.
I think I have Andre Williams.
If you put in, you got to put in a quarterback, obviously. I say you swap out. If you swap out Vereen with Yeldon,
I'll probably do that.
I think you could win. I think you're gonna win this game. I got you.
All right.
I just don't like Jacobs' matchups. I don't like his players either.
I think it'll be a close game. So I guess we'll just go over this one more time. We both picked me for our matchup versus my matchup versus Hazy. Seha versus Timmy. I picked Timmy. Skevo picked Timmy. Skevo versus Pat. We all picked Skevo. Kyle versus Pagan. I picked Kyle. Skevo picked Pagan. Mitch versus Austin. We both picked Mitch. I think,
Mitch.
but that Mitch and Austin.
It could go. I think it could go
That's
either way.
if I'll throw a Pagan term out there, that will be the game of the week. Is Austin versus Mitch, probably. That's the closest game I see. Jamie versus Kess, I believe.
Who did?
I can't remember who I picked.
I think I picked Jamie.
I didn't pick Jamie, yeah. I picked Jamie. So that's the Week 7 video, guys. Good luck to everybody. And see you later. Just end it.